Okay, so in the recent film for Underwater, a lot of you were saying that the Kraken-like creature, which is what most people were describing it as, is actually Cthulhu. The creature looks way more like the Kraken than Cthulhu to me, with all the traditional arts of Cthulhu that I've seen, but I decided to go ahead and look. I mean, I know that Cthulhu was being held and entrapped and stuff, but the Kraken is usually the creature that they imply heavily in these mediums as a creature that is at the bottom of the ocean and who dwells in the very depths of the sea. In 1830, Alfred Tennyson published The Kraken, and it reads, "Below the thunders of the upper deep, far, far beneath in the abysmal sea, his ancient, dreamless, uninvaded sleep, the Kraken sleepeth, faint as sunlights flee. About his shadowy sides, above him swell huge sponges of millennial growth and height, and far away into the sickly light, for many a wondrous grot and secret cell, unnumbered and numerous polypi, winnow with giant arms the slumbering green, there hath he lain for ages, and he will lie, battening upon huge sea worms in his sleep, until the latter fire shall heat the deep. Then, once by man and angels to be seen, and roaring he shall rise, and on the surface die." Many people depict the Kraken as looking like a very giant squid. Others depict it as this creature that is just monstrous. It has tentacles on its body, but possesses large jaws and monstrous arms. One of the things that we've noted about Cthulhu is that one of the ways he is depicted as his manifestation is that he has an octopus head with tentacles around his mouth, and he has wings. I didn't see that creature have wings, but then again, it could be implied that it is a form of Cthulhu or just their depiction of it. The Call of Cthulhu, or Cthulhu, because it's actually how you pronounce his name, it's kind of weird, speaks of the mighty entity hibernating within Rilya, and that's how you pronounce it. I know, it's freaking weird, but I'm trying! It is said that even though Cthulhu is trapped, he will return. Now, there are different depictions of Cthulhu. A controversial theory concerning Cthulhu was introduced by August Derleth. His interpretation, or his story for them in The Return of Hastur, suggests that each of these great old ones had their designated elements, such as earth, fire, air, and water, Cthulhu being a water deity or a water elemental. People didn't tie to this very well because, of course, Cthulhu is trapped underwater. But he does have a cephalopod or a squiddish face. Then again, he has wings too. The point is the creature is a god, but yes, on that basis that he was trapped in a watery prison, I guess you can say that this creature could be Cthulhu. Now, the reason why I thought it was a Kraken, and maybe if the director says that it's Cthulhu, whatever, I get it. Some people are saying that it is referred to as the Kraken, or the director was calling it Godmother or a Kraken-like creature. Others are saying that the director was inspired by Cthulhu. The reason why I believed it was a Kraken over Cthulhu, I could be wrong, but Cthulhu is a kind of creature that as soon as he's released, people go insane. None of the people underwater, in the movie Underwater, they were right by this beast, none of them went insane. It was all about physical repercussions of them drilling through that area. It could just be a watered down version of Cthulhu. Of course, we all know that when things have been translated to media, especially on the screen, they do nerf the hell out of these things just to make it a little bit more interesting, make it a little bit more relatable. But then you have stuff like The Color of Space and then or Bird Box, and you get the real manifestation of what Cthulhu would be. I think Bird Box did that honestly better. But yes, if you look at Rilya, which is the place where Cthulhu is being held, it is located in the southern Pacific Ocean. The Marianas Trench, where this movie takes place around, is in the North Pacific Ocean, so they're both pretty close to that Nemo point. The other reason that we could consider this as Cthulhu is that he has his own forms of minions. The Kraken, I will say that we never really see it depicted. I mean, we do see creatures in some works preceding the arrival of the Kraken, or some creatures that are derivatives of the Kraken, that the ones that you fight before this big thing comes up. But Cthulhu does have his own hordes in the depths of the water with him. So, there you go. In theory, this could be very well Cthulhu. Maybe they're mashing them up. Maybe the Kraken and Cthulhu are one in the same. There are people that believe that Cloverfield, the Cloverfield monster, was a manifestation of Cthulhu. Nobody's going insane by looking upon them, though. They're just all running away. Everyone has their right mind. So in my mind, based on what I know about Cthulhu and the source material, I feel like the Bird Box situation is a much better depiction of Cthulhu. Surely we never see him, but it makes sense because gazing upon him does that. And also, he's this other entity. You wouldn't really see him really on Earth in the way that we see physical things, right? But I will concede that in movies, they do nerf down things, they water down things to make for drama. So, thinking of it that way, with what they did with Godzilla, with what they did with the dinosaurs, with what they did with almost every movie monster, translated from works of literature, I guess the creature, the Kraken, in underwater could be Cthulhu. It would be very disappointing for me if it was. Or it doesn't have to be the real Cthulhu. It could just be a monster that they call Cthulhu because it's based on the mythology of Cthulhu. It could be just what people thought him as, but it's just this big thing that apparently is afraid of bombs. Besides, Cthulhu sounds more menacing than a Kraken. But what do you guys think? Is it possible that this is still the Kraken, or is this the mighty Cthulhu? Did the humans in underwater release him from his prison? You figure only another god could put him there, so good luck with them trying to kill him. If that is the case and this creature is in fact Cthulhu, then that must mean that it's not dead. At the end of the movie, when they blow him up, or when Nora blows him up, he runs away from the bomb. I don't know why he would run away from the bomb, or the core heating up, the explosion. He's Cthulhu. This is immortal. But then again, a boat can kill... Look, fiction makes no sense sometimes. My problem is that I get lost trying to make sense of it, which is still fun, but it is what it is. Do you guys think that it's Cthulhu? Do you think that it is Kraken? Do you think it's the same thing? Did the directors or the producers or actors say anything about it being Cthulhu or the Kraken? Is there an official piece or an official statement saying that? I might have missed it. Let me know in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.